Alright guys, like I said, I'll be back. I just needed to heat up a quick snack. Got some taquitos. So, let's continue onward. You got some explaining to do, Melissa Foster. Mr. Falls, I'm sorry. I want to say thanks. You're real good. You really hooked me up. Thanks. We're almost there. Once I prove that she committed a crime? Yeah, but there's one more big obstacle we gotta get past. Obstacle? Yeah, motive. Why would Melissa kill that policewoman anyway? Motive, huh? But we're still badly in need of information. Information? Right. What we need is most of this info about this Melissa Foster herself. All we know is she's a student studying literature. And one more thing. What is it? Well, the incident that happened 5 years ago, of course. The kidnapping murder case that Zebra Boy is on death row for. I didn't do nothing. I didn't kill nobody. I never lie. Mr. Falls, in that case, tell us more about it. Now, what happened 5 years ago? Okay, I trust you. That day, 5 years ago, I dream of it. Every day. This picture, it reminds me of everything. Bridge looks the same, just like then, 5 years ago. Like it could fall apart any minute. So it's been broken like that for at least 5 years. Heh, sorry buddy, but you sound like your one could fall apart at any minute. It's true, I did kidnap her. 5 years ago. I kidnapped my girlfriend, Dahlia Hawthorne. Your girlfriend? Huh? Hold on there. Did you say Hawthorne? The victim's last name? Dahlia Hawthorne. Valerie's little sister. What? Are you serious? The girl. Let her go. Shut up. Come closer and I kill her. Sorry, but you're not going to get the chance. Lieutenant Beckham is Valerie Hawthorne. At first I thought shooting someone for a kidnapping was crossing the line, but if it was to protect her little sister, I can understand why she did it. Wrong! No protect sister! Valerie betrayed me! Betray us! What do you mean she betrayed you? Everything. All lies. All make-believe. Kidnapping, too. A make-believe kidnapping? Dahlia, my girlfriend, my love, my teen angel. Did he actually say my teen angel? He's seen one too many soap operas. I do anything she says. Anything Dahlia says. Anything Dahlia says? Hold on a minute. You're saying that the kidnapping 5 years ago was planned by... Yeah, me and Dahlia. And Valerie, too. Valerie was in on it? Dahlia's family rich. Jewelry business. We get one jewel. That's what we thought. Me and Dahlia wrote kidnap note. We sent to her dad. And for $2 million diamond. Tell him make exchange on Dusky Bridge. We tell him Valerie made transfer because she knew detective. Having a police detective in your pocket is a useful thing, alright. In the end, you were planning on splitting the $2 million 3 ways, huh? Yeah, but that woman... That woman, Valerie, she'd do it for real. She shoot me at it for real. Me and Dahlia. I was shot in arm. Dahlia, she jumped in the river. Jump? You mean she jumped on purpose, do you? I couldn't do it. I could never push her. I dropped out. Wake up the police all over. And that's when they decided to give you the death sentence. I couldn't believe it. That woman, she betrayed me! That man, Terry Falls, he killed her. He threw her off the bridge. He threw my beloved sister into the roaring river 40 feet below. These 5 years. All I wonder is, why? 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 Why did she lie? That's all I want to know. That's why you caught her. You wanted to hear the truth from Valerie herself. Yes, but I forget what she looked like, so I tell her to wear a skirt. I don't want to hurt her. That's why. Why? Why did you lie? Why did you betray me? I just want to hear an answer come from her mouth, that's all. That's why you made a crazy escape like that. Just one thing, Zebra Boy. My senses are tingling all over. Tell me, Mr. Falls, where is it? Huh? Where's what? Come on now, kid. A ransom. The $2 million diamond. Remember that now? Did you give it back to Pops? Did the police take it? I don't know. Huh? You don't know? No, really. I don't know. It's gone. With Dahlia. Dahlia? That day, on the bridge, Dahlia put it in backpack. Now gone. Dahlia, gone forever. Into Eagle River. Disappeared with Dahlia, huh? Wait a minute. You can come back in now. We're about ready to go. Mr. Falls, just one more question. When you say with Dahlia, does that mean a diamond is still missing, along with the body of Dahlia Hawthorne? Never found her. My sweet Dahlia. I never found her? Swallowed by a river. Gone. Dahlia. My teen angel. Your teen angel? How old was she anyway? Just 14. 14? Because you were robbing cradles before diamonds. She plans a fake kidnapping and disappears into the river with a rock worth $2 million. Man, oh man. Angels these days. Falls takes the fall and gets one-way ticket to death row. Is Dahlia Hawthorne an angel, or is she really a... It's done, kitten. Looks like we have a few more aces up our sleeve now. You bet. Training wheels come off now, Mia. You've got to strike when the iron is hot. That's one of my rules. Remember it. Oh yes, one of your many rules. Enough, eh? Now then, let's continue with the trial of Mr. Terry Falls. Witness, are you feeling better?
Yes, Your Honor. I'll try my best.
You're a brave young lady. Not this again. I can understand a defense lawyer wanting to get her client off the hook. However, trying to pin a crime on the innocent student is... What are you talking about? My witness is not the person on trial here. She's an innocent bystander who witnessed a violent crime. That's all. What possible reason would a girl like this have for murdering a policewoman? It's certainly hard to imagine this woman as the murderer. Her motive, huh? I figure that's what I have to establish next. Well, Miss Faye, do you have any evidence of a motive? Yes, of course. I think, just to be sure. You're still acting as tame as a kitten, Mr. Armando. Listen, a lawyer is someone who smiles no matter how bad it gets. Smiling on the outside, but your guts are twisted in knots is the mark of a bro.
Maybe so, but I wish you would quit grinning at me like that. Excuse me, may I speak, Mr. Judge?
Of course. Mr. Judge is ready anytime you like.
I'd like to say something. Some people here are suspicious of me, right? That's why. I just wanted you, Mr. Judge, to know that it's not true.
I see. You're such an honest and upstanding young lady. It looks like this witness is a real professional.
What do you mean?
Look at that 101 smile. Just when things are darkest for her, click. She lights right up. Now hear what the witness has to say. Her history.
I was out of the country until the year before last. Until I entered college, I've never even been to Eagle Mountain before. And I certainly don't have any reason for wanting to hurt a police officer. Holding a grudge and killing the officer who testified against you 5 years ago? Or kidnapping a poor girl? I've seen the defendant as a terrible, horrible monster.
Out of the country, eh? Precisely. Furthermore, she has no possible motive for committing a murder. Indeed. You're up to bat, kitten. Sharpen those claws and put on your best smile.
You bet.
Somehow I have to tie her into this case. This? No. Maybe I can use the diamond somewhere else. How about... Oh. No. I had it and I lost it. Just press.
Your behavior that day is very suspicious. Not only do you contradict yourself here in court, but you know things you shouldn't.
Try. Not because the only way to win is couldn't know about Noah being just a moment. Of course, couldn't didn't know about that now. No, now I've been in my own eyes. If I wanted to see the killer, she used her own scope to signal him. That's why I assumed the signal was a white scarf. Impossible! There's no way you could have used it instead of him using white scarf to signal him. One in, remember. That wasn't what I was expecting. There's no way you could have seen him make them use white scarf to signal him. Nope. The scarf itself. How about your camera? Nope. How about the winner's photo? How about You said several times in your testimony the victim was wearing a scarf. A white scarf, correct?
Yes, is that wrong?
Huh. That's what I'd like to know, Miss Foster. Have a look at this. It's the victim's scarf. I'm sure people would disagree about what to call this color. However, it certainly is not white. You knew that what the note said. She knew the contents of the note? No! It says, wear white scarf for identification. That's the reason why you said it was white. Well, Miss Foster? Order, order, order! Mr. Edgeworth, I'm waiting for an explanation. I'm quite sure this note wasn't leaked to the public, and yet, this witness knew exactly what the note said. At the time of the murder, the number of people who knew were quite limited. Terry Falls is one, the person who wrote the note, Valerie Hawthorne, is another, and finally, one more person. You say one more person? That's right. A person that no one would have suspected. Have you figured it out, kitten? Yep. The third person who knew the contents of the note was... you. Hang on there, kitten. What is this, Armando? Here. I made some special cafe con leche for you. I put in plenty of sugar. Drink it before it gets cold. Don't be shy. Why are you doing this? Your brain needs stimulation. Drink some of this and then think it over again. Listen, keep making it like that and you're going to get the judge mad. Spade! Don't just stand there casually drinking coffee! Don't just stand there casually drinking coffee! Oops. It has to be Dahlia then. And that person is Dahlia Hawthorne. Dahlia Hawthorne? I've never heard that name before. Look at the victim's note. That's what it says. Talk to Dahlia. Tell her this time. There's her name right there. What's this? So who is this person? This Dahlia Hawthorne? Miss Bay must be desperate. She's trying to bring the dead back to life. Dead? Dahlia Hawthorne was the victim's deceased younger sister. She was killed in a crime 5 years ago. Killed in a crime? You don't mean... Yes, she was kidnapped and killed by Terry Falls. Meh. You said she was killed, but was she really? What are you implying? Of course, people thought she died 5 years ago when she fell off a dusky bridge and was lost in the Eagle River. However, her corpse was never found. She was declared legally dead 5 years ago. As far as the law is concerned, Dahlia Hawthorne was officially dead. The fact remains that her body was never recovered. Dahlia Hawthorne was 14 years ago, 5 years old. If she was still alive, she'd be 19 now. Melissa Foster, I believe that's the same age you are. Even you couldn't. Miss Faye, you're not saying... But I am. That's precisely what I'm saying. This witness before us is the girl that was kidnapped and killed 5 years ago. This girl is in fact Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. What? Nice work. That was like tossing a grenade into a 3-alarm fire. And unless you can tie all loose ends together, you're nothing but a hit-and-run arsonist. I understand. I can expose her true nature. I can win this whole game. Now the chance of Mr. Edwards to one of me. Witness, just who are you anyway? I didn't think it'd come to this. That's enough. You don't have to say any more, witness.
Yes, I understand.
What? Mr. Edgeworth, explain yourself! Your Honor, I have an admission to make. I honestly never thought the defense pursued a matter thus far. You don't mean... Yes, the prosecutor's office isn't filled with fools, you know. Naturally, we conduct full background checks on all our witnesses. What did he say? It looks like the kid knew. He knew her true identity from the get-go. No way. Then why? If you hadn't revealed her secret, he wasn't going to say anything about it. All he wanted was her testimony, so he made a little trade. Let me introduce you to the victim's younger sister, Mrs. Dahlia Hawthorne. But thought she died 5 years ago. We thought so as well. But, well, as you can see... Why? Why did she hide her identity for 5 years? That has nothing to do with the current case. She was merely an accidental witness to a crime. Accidental? I don't believe that for a minute. For the last 5 years, she's been playing the role of the victim. And now we find her acting suspiciously at the scene of another murder. Really, Miss Faye, I must say your strategy here is painfully obvious. You're trying to pin your client's crime on an innocent witness in order to win. At any cost. How dare you! Please, let us take a moment to think. 5 years ago, this girl was kidnapped and nearly killed. But even worse than that, 5 years later, Dahlia Hawthorne lost something much more precious. Her big sister. Miss Faye must be insane to even suggest that she murdered her. What? I'm inclined to agree with the prosecutor's logic. Miss Faye, do you have any evidence to back up your assertion? What possible reason would a witness have for killing her beloved sister? Well, you see, I thought I was winning, but somehow he turned it around on me. I think you need a little push in the right direction here. Defense prepared to present evidence supporting your claim. Damn it, Armando. And that wasn't me. It was this guy. This crazy coffee addict. I think we've heard enough empty threats from you, old man. Huh? What makes you think they're empty, boy? Because her protege looks like she's sweating bullets. I am sweating bullets. Think you're in a tough spot, huh? Aren't I? No. You just arrived at a moment of truth, that's all. Whether you win or lose, that's up to you. To me? The rashness of youth. How charming. This coming from someone younger than me. Now then, let's not waste any more time. Miss Faye? What motive would the witness have for murdering her own sister, Valerie Hawthorne? Here's where the diamond comes in. What is this? Is this the defense's idea of a joke? If so, I certainly don't get the punchline. Well, Miss Faye? Oh, that was the rashness of youth. Shit. That wasn't it. I went to wrong. I misclicked. It has to be the note. What is the truth? The story starts after Terry Falls escaped. He called Valerie and told her he wanted to meet. This is the note she left. It says, talk to Dahlia. Tell her this time the whole truth must come out. Valerie Hawthorne gave Dahlia a warning. She told her she was going to reveal to the world the whole truth. The whole truth? There was a dangerously important secret behind Valerie and Dahlia. That's the reason Dahlia felt she had to kill Valerie. To keep her mouth shut permanently. Terrific story, Miss Faye. If you like fiction, that is. Enlighten the court, Miss Faye. What was the secret that was so important? That's where the diamond comes in. Where's your evidence? Dahlia, Valerie Hawthorne, and Terry Falls. There's only one important secret that connects them all. Oh yes, I know the secret. Your Honor, the defense would like to request further testimony. What testimony? Regarding the kidnapping 5 years ago, we believe it will explain a lot of things, such as the nature of the important secret between the Hawthorne sisters. Very well. I'll grant your request for further testimony. I know it'll be painful for you, but can you enlighten us once more, my little maple leaf? Yes, I'll try, Mr. Judge.
putting on the old charm one more time, Dahlia, but this will be the last time you hide behind your womanly wiles. 5 years ago, I was kidnapped by Mr. Falls. The ransom price is a raw diamond. My sister Valerie brought it to the bridge. After she made the exchange, she shot Mr. Falls in the arm. After Mr. Falls tried to kill me by shooting me off the bridge from behind. I survived, but I was afraid I would be kidnapped again for my family's money. So I decided to change my identity and start a new life.
The kidnapping left her emotionally scarred. With her sister's help, she left her Hawthorne family and started all over again. And were to believe after all that she murdered her sister? Preposterous! Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Miss Faye? Yes, Your Honor? That you've heard or witnessed is still traumatized when kidnapping. I'll ask you again to be extremely gentle in the cross-examination. Mr. Edgeworth got to jump on me again. If we're not allowed to fight, let's twist some arms. Listen up, we still got that info. That ace up our sleeve. What info? Come on, kid. Don't say you've forgotten already. The fact that the kidnapping 5 years ago was staged. It was a fake kidnapping. Terry Falls told us that in the live lobby. I'll do anything she says. Anything Dahlia says. What you're saying is that the kidnapping 5 years ago was planned by... Yeah, me and Dahlia. And Valerie, too. Yes, that's it. The fake kidnapping is your best shot, Mia. That's her secret. Look at my badge. No, that's not it. Right there. I don't think anything of it. How about you? moment of truth for the witness, too. Once the truth about his stage kidnapping comes out, everyone in the court will know how much of a Jezebel she really is. It's just to prove the kidnapping was a hoax. Mr. Falls. Does you and Mr. Falls have a relationship?
Yes, as a tutor.
You were tutoring him, Mr. Falls?
No, of course not. Don't be ridiculous. The Falls came to the house to tutor me.
That makes sense. 5 years ago, she was only 14. Probably came up with a kidnapping plan during that time. Hawthorne's on the jewelry trade and quite wealthy, you see. Dang right, do you just call Mr. Falls a clever fellow? I heard a diamond is valued in the neighborhood of $2 million. $2 million?
It was still in count, so it's about the size of a pint of milk.
$2 million pint of milk. I don't know what to think about that. The defendant demanded that her sister, Valerie Hawthorne, make the exchange. Not as a detective, of course, but as an individual. By the way, I want to ask you, Mr. Edgeworth, why do you think you're going to make the exchange up there on the mountain? If he ever got surrounded, it would be hard to escape. There's one thing a kidnapper wants to prevent, and that's police involvement. In a place like that, it would be easy to tell if he is being followed. Only one entrance to the mountain, he was ensuring his safety.
A wicked and clever man, Mr. Falls is.
Yeah, right. It was our year plan. I'd like to hear more about what happened right at this court.
Well, Mr. Falls is shot in the right arm. Let go of me. Dazed. I tried to try and run away, and Mr. Falls turned to grab me as well. So they were passing, and I locked eyes for a second, and he gave me a large bloodthirsty grin.
Bloodthirsty grin? Ooh.
In the next instant,
splish. I advise the court to remember that the river is 18 feet deep and incredibly swift.
I was the strongest swimmer, but I was knocked out. When I came to, I'd been carried away by the river to a strange place. I'll never forget that day. The crumbling bridge, nowhere to run. Just one little shove from behind. That was it. It was such a catch me. I fell to the river.
And that's where you hid your identity.
Yes. I only told my sister.
Valerie Hawthorne, eh?
She's the only one who knew about me.
Meanwhile, legally, this witness has been deceased for 5 years.
I never want something like that to happen to me again.
And now your identity was Melissa Foster, right?
Yes, my sister let me get the official paperwork taken care of.
That makes sense. Without an insider's help, doing all the paperwork would have been impossible.
She was the only person left in the world I can count on. And you think I killed her? There's no way I could.
The truth. On. Now's a dangerous thing to do, considering you were being held hostage.
Yes, but after that saved my life.
What do you mean?
Mr. Falls was holding a knife in his right hand. My sister shot him. It was to save me.
Oh? You said that Mr. Falls pushed you into the Eagle River. However, that's hard to believe.
But it's true. I felt a push in my back. I'm certain of it. It was Mr. Falls. I'm sorry. I guess I wasn't clear enough. I shouldn't have said, that's hard to believe. I should have said, that's impossible. Impossible? I asked the court recall a condition of Dusky Bridge, now and 5 years ago. The bridge hasn't changed one bit in these last 5 years. If someone pushed you from behind as you claimed, instead of being carried away by the river, you would have been smashed by the bedrock below. A most certain death. Do you understand now, Dahlia Hawthorne? The very notion that my client pushed you from behind is impossible. Your Honor, this event occurred 5 years ago. Why, for all we know, the water level of the river may have been higher back then. But it's 40 feet from the bridge to the river. A small change in the water level wouldn't have made a difference. You're right. If the events occurred as the witnesses testified, then the defendant couldn't have pushed the witness into the river. Young lady, what is the meaning of this? Just a moment, Your Honor. It's true that the witness testified the defendant pushed her into the river. However, she never stated that she fell from the back end of the bridge. Well, what do you mean? After being shot in the arm, it's plausible that Mr. Falls panicked. Therefore, he could have unwittingly pushed her off the side of the bridge. That's true, she would have fallen into the river. Well, Miss Hawthorne, is Mr. Edwards' explanation correct? Now that you mention it, I do remember now. When I fell off the bridge, my skull got caught on one of the bridge's side wires. You can't be serious! Order in the court! It seems this phase of assault has finally reached its conclusion. Not now, Mia. There's no time to retreat. Unfortunately for you, that's just the start of this phase of assault. What? I believe your reasoning was something like this, Mr. Edgeworth. After being shot in the arm, it's plausible that Mr. Falls panicked. Therefore, he could have unwittingly pushed her off the side of the bridge. However, once again, I'm forced to say that's impossible. Ridiculous! What's so impossible about it? Because your flawed logic contradicts the court record. Oh! Because there's no way I got ya. Your Honor, all the answers are right here in this photo. Take a look at the wires supporting both sides of the bridge. They extend up to about 5 feet off the ground. It would be impossible to push someone off from there. No! But let's just remember the size and strength of the defendant. Wires like this wouldn't be a problem for him. He could have easily picked up a 14-year-old girl and thrown her over. So young and already so forgetful, Mr. Edgeworth. Mr. Falls has been shot in the right arm. And more importantly, Valerie Hawthorne had her gun trained on him at point-blank range. Ugh. So, Mr. Falls throwing a witness off the bridge? That's clearly impossible. Gah! Order! What is the meaning of this? Dahlia Hawthorne, you jumped into the Eagle River intentionally. What? What is this? Indeed. What do you mean by such a ridiculous remark? Yes, it's ridiculous. My sister was there to help me. She had her gun in handcuffs. She could have saved me. Turning into a raging river like that would have been suicide. Perhaps, but still that's exactly what you did. You were probably confident you could handle the swift current, but even more so, the witness had a much more compelling reason for jumping into the river. Oh, what is it? What was so important she'd want to jump into the river? The witness is still alive. That fact alone explains everything. This is why she risked her life for jumping into the rapids of the Eagle River. The diamond! 5 years ago, something else disappeared along with Dahlia that day. This item that Valerie brought up the mountain with her. The $2 million diamond.
Ah! No! It can't be!
Yes, Dahlia had it all planned out from the beginning. The $2 million, she was going to keep it all for herself. She forced Mr. Falls to help her fake the kidnapping. At the last minute, she betrayed him and threw herself into the river, with the ransom tucked away safely in her backpack.
Oh. That's simply ridiculous! Order! 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 Your Honor, 5 years ago the witness was only 14 years old. Do you really think a 14-year-old is capable of such a demonic plan?
This woman is a demon, and there is only one more person who helped make a demon out of her. Her sister, Valerie Hawthorne.
You mean the victim was involved in a kidnapping plot as well? But she was a detective then! You're saying she participated in her sister's kidnapping?
Precisely. I'm sure that it was weighed heavily on her conscience for the past 5 years. This is the sole reason behind the victim's murder.
What do you mean by that?
On the day of the murder, after receiving the phone call from Mr. Falls, Valerie called her sister Dahlia, and then she told her what she was planning to do.
Planning to do? She was going to tell the whole truth, as she wrote in her note.
That is what sealed Valerie Hawthorne's fate. That is when you hatched your demonic plan to kill two birds with one stone. A plan that would ensure neither of your accomplices to be kidnapping would talk. And that is why you killed your sister, Valerie Hawthorne.
I don't know how to feel about that. Who is that? Laughing at a time like this? Oh.
Forgive me. It's just hilarious.
Witness? Is that you?
You amuse me, woman. Miss Mia Fey. You certainly weave an exciting tale. Naturally, you have the evidence to back it up, don't you? Evidence? Evidence that I planned the kidnapping, of course. That at 14, I plotted it with Mr. Falls and my sister. Well, and one more thing. What happened to the $2 million diamond? If you can't provide evidence to at least show that.
Well, Miss Fey,
I don't know. What a joke. You, Miss Fey. Are you stupid or something? How can I prove a fake kidnapping that happened 5 years ago? I don't even have decisive proof on Valerie Hawthorne's murder.
Well, it seems that we've come to the end. To be honest, the witness's behavior does raise certain suspicions. However, I am forced to reject the assertions made by the defense.
Of course you are. Is this it? Is it really over? That girl made a fool of me. There's nothing I can do about it.
Without evidence the trial is over? Who decided that?
Mr. Armando!
Come on, LK. Haven't you figured out that you can make your own rules? For example, even if there is no evidence, there's still testimony.
Testimony?
On that day in question, Dahlia Hawthorne murdered her sister Valerie Hawthorne. She hid her body in the trunk of Mr. Fall's stolen car and then went to meet with him, disguised as her sister Valerie Hawthorne. That's what you think, right?
Yes, that's right.
In that case, there's only one answer, right? There's only one person left who can testify about Valerie Hawthorne's murder.
There's no proof. There's only one thing left to do. Who is the one person that can testify to this woman's crimes?
Terry Falls?
Your Honor, the defense wishes to call a new witness.
A new witness?
Yes, we would like to hear the testimony of Terry Falls.
The defendant?
There is only one person that can shed any further light on this situation. Only one person that knows what Dahlia's role in the kidnapping was. Only one person that can say whether the person in the photo is Valerie Hawthorne or whether it was in fact her younger sister Dahlia disguised as her. There's only one person who can solve this riddle once and for all. And that person is Terry Falls.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth, what's your take on this? Why not? The prosecution has no objection. Very well. Bailiff, bring the defendant to the witness stand.
This is my last chance, Mr. Falls. My last chance to establish Dahlia's guilt. You're all I have left.
Defendant, you've heard everything that's been said up to this point, yes?
I don't believe it. No way. Dahlia died 5 years ago. Valerie betrayed me.
Mr. Falls, I don't know what she said to you 5 years ago, but one thing is clear. Dahlia is very much alive, and you were used for $2 million.
That's not true.
Mr. Falls, there's only one question I want the answer to. 2 days ago on Dusky Bridge, who did you meet? Was it Valerie Hawthorne, or was it Dahlia Hawthorne?
Dahlia, did you betray me? 5 years ago, she promised never, ever betray each other.
Terry.
Dahlia! It's true. You are alive.
You don't trust me anymore? That makes me sad.
Tell the truth. The real truth. I believed in you.
I shouldn't need to say it. You should already know. But there is one thing that I will say. My life is in your hands right now, Terry.
Dahlia.
I will allow Mr. Falls to testify once and once only. Well then, Mr. Falls, yours will be the final testimony in this trial. Witness! Yeah! I'm sorry. I apologize.
Water. Please, water. Can't talk. Need water. Oh well, I guess it'll have to be my coffee instead. At least it'll match the way he's probably feeling right now. Darker and bitterer than hell itself. Okay, let me just make sure nothing has been added to either of my things. No. Okay. That day, 4 p.m., I stopped the car. I was in front of the bridge. She wasn't there, so I waited on bridge. I watched my car from bridge. I never put nobody in that car. Finally, one woman came, stood out in front of me. We talked. Then she left. That was Valerie. Not my Dahlia.
Mr. Falls, you're covering for her. Do you think she would do the same for you?
That's enough, Miss Fay. His last statement is a fitting way to end the final testimony of this trial.
Well then, Miss Fay, please proceed with your cross-examination.
Is this how you want it to end, Mr. Falls? Another guilty verdict to go along with your death sentence?
There's only one person who can stop it. You, kitten. I think. p.m. Nope, that wasn't it. Oh, yeah, I can press anything. She left.
What did you talk to her about anyway?
Mr. Falls! Valerie told the truth about the kidnapping 5 years ago. She said someone needed to take the blame for it. That was all I could think to do. She said that. That's why she lied. Called me the death penalty.
And were you satisfied with that answer, witness?
Dahlia died. It was my fault. I don't really remember. Maybe I did. Maybe I did push her in. It don't matter no more. Either way, my Dahlia, my sweet teen angel, dead.
But you just said that she isn't dead.
After Valerie talked to me on bridge, nothing left to live for. That That was Valerie. Not my dolly.
Let's just go through and see if Diego can give me any tips. I know it's obvious, but he's clearly lying. He's been cursed by Dahlia Hawthorne. He'll probably go to his grave still believing in her. Mr. Falls, even if you can show he's lying, the poor guy will still be cursed. You still have to point out the contradiction anyway. That's the curse of being a defense lawyer, I guess.
Mr. Falls, think carefully now. Are you certain it was Valerie Hawthorne?
I never lie. It's the truth. It was Valerie. I remember her face.
Wait a minute. If you remembered her face, why'd you make her wear a scarf as identification?
Sorry. I told a little lie. But the woman I met, she was different from where I'm standing here now. She was different. It was Valerie.
I'm gonna try and press everything. According to the note, the meeting was supposed to take place at 4:30. You certainly arrived early, didn't you?
It was raining. Already dark, too.
You waited on the bridge for 30 minutes? Mr. Falls?
Eagle Mountain. That's strong memories.
Why didn't you just climb up? He's hiding somewhere here.
Waiting on bridge. Find out why everyone betrayed him. To him, 30 minutes must have been like a blink of an eye. But nobody called. The understand is broken. Nobody can come in from there. So I was watching car.
What else were you expecting to do? I suppose it's the obvious thing to do, but something's bothering me. I'm getting the feeling.
I wonder what's on the other side of that broken bridge anyway. No one lives there. There's a small shrine up on the mountain, but that's it. Anyway, nobody came. No car. Nothing.
Talk when she left. How can you be so sure? It was raining at the time and sunset that day was at 5 o'clock. It would have already been pretty dark on that mountain at 4:30. Please, Mr. Falls, this is your last chance. You've already taken the fall once for something you didn't do.
That woman. It wasn't Dahlia. Stop right there! What more needs to be said?
Even if it means a death penalty, even if it means taking the blame for murder, you'll still do whatever is necessary to protect her, won't you, Mr. Falls?
I know it's obvious, but... Sorry.
Oh? So when you got to the bridge, no one had arrived, huh? So you waited on the bridge. You're sure of that?
Yeah, I'm sure.
You're sure, huh? Well, and I'm sure too, Mr. Falls. I'm sure that you're lying.
Huh? Oh, I would love to hear your rationale on this, Miss Faye.
You want to know who arrived at the bridge first? Just look at this photo. It's perfectly clear. Obviously, the person that came first would be the one at the end of the bridge, right?
But that's the victim at the end of the bridge.
Precisely my point. In other words, Mr. Falls, you must have arrived at the bridge after she did. Mr. Falls, please don't get so worked up. We just want the truth.
I got there around 4 o'clock. It's true. I had somewhere to go. Special place.
Did you go to the special place before you went to the bridge?
Yeah. It's an old temple about 15 minutes from the bridge. 5 years ago, me and Dahlia promised each other. We swore we wouldn't betray each other. She brought a memento to represent our love.
A memento?
5 years ago, I hid it under base tree there. It's a special memory for me. And this is it. This is what I want to get.
The little bottle necklace is your memento? It's quite charming, but it looks empty. Your Honor, you heard what my client said. He arrived at the scene at 4 o'clock, but he left his car unattended and walked away. He was gone for approximately 30 minutes. With that much time, Dahlia Hawthorne could have easily hidden the body in the trunk of his car. No! Indeed, there certainly was enough time for it. I've still got a chance. Mr. Falls, there's no mistaking it. Huh? Mr. Falls?
That's enough. Please.
Witness?
I promised her 5 years ago, if it ever happens that we can't trust each other no more, and we're supposed to drink bottle.
No! Stop the trial! Now! Your Honor, we need a recess!
I was stupid. Couldn't keep promise. So I did. I drank this.
No! We were so close. Just a little more. I was going to prove your innocence.
No. Don't want that. Don't trust. So. Maybe kill again. Kill sweet Dahlia. Again.
Mr. Foss!
Mr. Armando. Thanks for the coffee. Dead.
Mr. Foss! And so my first trial ended. Suddenly and tragically. It ended with no winners, only losers. I ended up with a wound that cut so deep into my soul, I thought it'd never heal. I'm sure it was the same for the young prosecutor as well. But one person, the true criminal, Dahlia Hawthorne, she left the courtroom with a secret smile on her demonically sweet face.
Unforgivable. That witch.
Mr. Armando.
We were so close to the truth. It was right there in front of us. You were just a little too soft, kid.
It's my fault. It's all my fault that Mr. Falls killed himself.
Don't cry, kitten. You're going to make my coffee all salty.
I knew it. I knew I wasn't cut out for this.
Mia? Don't you get it? You can't cry yet.
Ow.
The only time a lawyer can cry is when it's all over.
Mr. Armando. No matter how tough the case, no matter how bitter the memories, they almost fade over time, and you file them away and eventually forget about them. 1 year later, in this very same courthouse, I myself got wrapped up in that case. Only after that did Dahlia Hawthorne get put on trial for her crimes. The verdict that was ultimately handed down to her was guilty, of course. Naturally, when the verdict was read, she had a perfect angelic smile on her face. was finally all over. At least, that's what I thought at the time. Unfortunately, I couldn't have been more wrong. It's been 5 years, but now something has happened to make me remember all this. And we're gonna have to see that in what I believe will be the final case of the entire trilogy, Bridge to the Turnabout. So, for now, Sky/Mike gonna sign off. If you venture to a casino, don't deal with the devil. See you guys later.